Hey Scorpio, welcome back to the Souls and Stardust podcast channel. I'm Shannon. I'm going to be doing your reading for October for you. It could be love, could be career, could be both. It's whatever comes up when I'm pulling the cards. I did have a little bit of a video mishap as I started recording the other reading, and I did not want to put these cards back, so I just started it over. Just know that I shuffled everything really, really well as I started the other video. These are the cards that popped up, and they were telling an interesting story. So I want to make sure that we capture that story. So here we go, Scorpio. What we have is Milk and Honey in reverse, Orphaned in reverse, and Mending in the upright. So we are going through some shit, Scorpio. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart, so I totally get it. We're also coming up on an eclipse window, which is all about like destiny taking over, Jesus take the wheel kind of energy, where you don't even want to try to manifest because you have to really know what you're doing with that manifesting energy, because destiny is going to take over regardless of what your wants are, your desires are. It's whatever you need is what's going to come to you. All right, Milk and Honey in the reverse. Normally this card is about prosperity and abundance, nurturing abundance, all of your needs met. In the reverse, this is like indulging in pleasure as a means of escaping reality or escaping what's really going on. So maybe some of you are actually using substances, alcohol or other substances to numb your pain or distract you away from reality. Maybe you're distracted by people. Whatever it is, it's working in the moment, but it's only fleeting. Like eventually you come down from whatever your distraction is and you realize, oh God, I still have to deal with this situation. This cycle will just leave you exhausted, right? It's not nurturing, it's not nourishing. It's actually making you feel worse than originally before. So we need to actually take some care and responsibility for our situation, or else we're going to keep struggling. Wow, this message is hitting home for me. So you may not see the way forward, but you can entrust that to your divine entourage. Hey, guidance team, I really need to be able to see my next steps clearly. I'm asking you for help and intervention. What are my next right steps in this? And you surrender to that. You surrender that intention to the universe, asking for help. This is a time for you to practice extreme self-care. Like, what do you need in order to feel okay right now? And that's not, feeling okay is not distracting you away from what's real. So feeling okay is maybe you need to go for a walk and breathe deeply. Maybe you need to take a hot bath and meditate. Maybe you need to eat nourishing food. Maybe you need to have a very deep heart-to-heart with girlfriends who will understand, or friends, boyfriends that will understand. This is about you realizing you're so loved and cared for and supported that it's okay for you to face what you're going through with honesty and take responsibility for it. So turning your troubles over to the divine and taking responsibility for your next steps. Otherwise, the cycle is going to continue. And this is interesting because the Orphaned card showed up in the reverse position as well. And this card normally is about a sense of loss or an identity crisis. When it's in the protection position, this is speaking to abandonment, right? This is feeling a need to remain separate from intimacy because it's very threatening. And threatening because, like, if you become vulnerable in that intimate space with someone, that you know that it's going to hurt if they pull away or if you're rejected. So, and perhaps you've gone through this before. We all have to some extent, but for some of you watching, this is like a very real thing for you, where you're keeping yourself at arm's length to prevent pain. And all of it is stemming from like this original wound of abandonment, like how you felt abandoned or unseen, or you were vulnerable. You made yourself vulnerable in an intimate situation and it didn't work out well. And so you didn't feel like you were held sacredly. You were let down completely. So this is also a card about creating inappropriate relationships or structures or dynamics that actually conceal these old wounds. So you're actually recreating scenarios that prevent you from having vulnerability and intimacy, because you know that if you do have it, you're going to get hurt, or you're doing it with people who you know in some way are going to let you down anyway. So it prevents you from getting closer. Do you see how that cycle is negative and repeating? So this is a card that's telling us it's time to address the unhealthy patterns that we have, the unhealthy alliances that we've formed, these dynamics that we've created that prevent us from getting out of this cycle of abandonment. And you can't be abandoned when you see yourself as whole. Like if you show up for yourself the way that you want other people to show up for you. I know that's hard. That's so much easier said than done. But really, that's what it amounts to. Like, how do I need to love myself and show up for myself in order to feel whole? And then anybody who is external to me, when they do that, it's a bonus, right? When they show up for me in the way that I need to. This is about not abandoning yourself. Like, examine how you abandon yourself every single day in relationships, in your career, in daily decisions of, not doing what you need and want to do for the sake of somebody else's expectations or needs. Sometimes we have to do that, but when we do it all the time, it's really unhealthy. So this is about you healing those issues with abandonment and rejection, fear of deep rejection, in order to be able to let love in. Oh my gosh. So then this third card, the mending card, it makes so much sense. How do we need to, oh goodness, Scorpio, there's a lot of healing that's going to be happening for you in October. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And perhaps that's part of this eclipse energy, is to just show you what needs to be seen in the shadows and clear that away. This is a card of forgiveness. It's about making amends. It's about healing, deep, deep healing. It's about integrating all the hurt that's happened, seeing it for what it is, what it's taught us, and then letting it go. It's because holding on to it keeps us stuck in that place, in those memories, reliving it, experiencing the trauma over and over again when we remember it. It's about resentment, right? It's about letting this go, because otherwise you'll rehearse it over and over in your head and in your heart. So this is a time of mending rifts. It's about healing wounds. It's about letting go of old hurts, abandonment issues, fear of intimacy, fear of rejection. It's about forgiveness and releasing and making peace. And we don't ever forgive somebody for them. We forgive somebody for us, for our own release from that burden. This is a time to set yourself free. What a time, Scorpio. Coming into your birthday months, yeah, this is a time for deep healing and setting yourself free. And really, forgiveness is necessary for moving forward in any of these ways, for your own well-being, in love and relationship. We're going to see what comes up as I draw cards for your girlfriend's No BS Love Oracle. What does Scorpio need to know? What does Scorpio need to know? Whew, that was too many. What does Scorpio need to know? And you guys, for any of you who don't know, I shuffle until the card draws itself. It usually pops out just like that. Here we go. Don't settle. Ask the universe for what you truly want. Okay? Ask the universe for your next right steps in this. I don't know the way. Show me the next right steps. Here's what I want to feel like in this. Okay? I want healing. I'm ready to heal. I'm ready for fulfilling partnerships and experiences and connections. I'm ready to feel whole in myself. So ask the universe for what you need, what you truly want. Okay. Radiate love so you can attract exactly that. That's pretty much what I said. Healing so you can feel whole. Understanding that you have to love yourself the way that you want to receive love. Getting beyond the hurts. Forgiveness. Forgiving yourself too for being so hard on yourself. Radiate love so you can attract exactly that. One more for Scorpio, please. Here we go. And guess what? New connection coming in hot because you're going to be doing all kinds of inner work. That's beautiful, Scorpio. I'm going to ask our quickies deck. What else does Scorpio need to know? Here we go. Shit or get off the pot. That's the second time this has come up. Came up in the Libra reading too. So we need to make decisions. Got to get on that healing. Can't distract yourself away from the healing anymore. You got to get to it. This is your soul's calling. You have to do this work in order to evolve. Like, you have to do this work. Remember what I said about destiny coming into that? I just saw 11:11 on my timer. Coming into that eclipse season, this is about destiny. Your soul is calling you to do this work so that you can actually grow and evolve and be ready for a new connection, new opportunity as this leveled up version of you, Scorpio. Anything else? Anything else? Here we go. What's that? Hell no. Okay. I believe that's saying like hell no to keeping in this cycle, right? It's time for you to move forward and ask your divine entourage for the wisdom on how to do that. I'm going to ask the Light Seers Tarot, what else does Scorpio need to know for the month of October? Holy smokes, that was a lot of cards. We are going to take this one that flipped up, right? Okay, there's a lot in the shadows. Holy crap, Scorpio. I'm trying to be better about swearing because the YouTube algorithm is apparently censoring videos that have swearing in them. So you have the Nine of Swords. You are in your head. This is nightmares. This is worry. This is anxiety and depression. You're not sleeping. It's fear. It's also the opportunity to find courage to face what you have to face, right? Like, how have you been distracting yourself away? You've been totally in your head about this, and you're losing sleep over it. It's a time to focus on the things that are going well in your life and addressing the things that are not. So you're being asked right now, point blank, Scorpio, where's the healing that you need to do? What are you avoiding? This situation is not going to fix itself. It has to be you to take the initiative, and then you're going to address your nightmares, right? There's a lot going on intuitively. The moon card, this is Pisces, Cancer energy. This is intuition. That's like hidden stuff. This is wisdom that's in the lunation. It's illusions. It's also, well, not wanting to look at reality in some respects. Hidden truth. It's also the unknown, right? But trusting your intuition. You already know. You wouldn't be experiencing this if your intuition didn't have a clue, right? This is you facing your fears. Oh, I love this. I love this reading so much. It's also what's hidden in the subconscious or unconscious. So those wounds that are there, it's time to address them. It's uncertainty. It's also dreams. Pay attention to what's going on around you, what your body's telling you, what your dreams are telling you. Spend time suspended in that watery state of receiving, Scorpio. Like, you're such an intuitive, watery being anyway. Trust your guts on this. Trust your intuition. You already know, so now you have to do something about it. I'm going to pull from, I have this like Twin Flames Oracle deck. I'm just going to, one just flew. I'm just going to ask what Scorpio needs to know. Here we go. Big dreams. You have big dreams, but you're finding that there's the moon again. There's the moon again. It's going to be a big couple months for you, Scorpio. Holy crap. You cannot move forward with your dreams until you address this stuff that Spirit's telling you about. That's holding you back. You're not facing the reality, and so your dreams will stay dreams until you can take action, and then you can light ground that. You got to heal this stuff so you can move forward as a new version of you. Okay, what else does Scorpio need to know? What else does Scorpio need to know? Oh, these cards are sticking together. Anything else for Scorpio? There we go. It says return. Okay, that's interesting. Material world. Okay, you have to return to reality. Okay, return to reality for the time being. I do see this as like Spirit giving you their hand and saying, come on, let's come back to yourself so we can figure this out. I also feel like there's a fair bit of like figuring out how to move forward practically, and maybe you need to have some things in place in the material world that will make this movement more certain for you. So this very clearly, it's money right there. So maybe you need some money, coin, stability, certainty in that way in order to feel like you can move forward with a decision you have to make. And that brings more independence for you. That's interesting. Okay. Anything else for Scorpio? Recognition. Okay, the moon again. Okay, this could be two people coming past, crossing paths and recognizing one another. I actually feel intuitively like this is you recognizing you in all of this. You coming back to you, that fear of abandonment, those wounds, the making amends. It's recognition of you, how you have abandoned yourself and how you get to come back to you. And the big dream is you feeling whole again. You remembering you are whole to begin with and making progress toward your contentment, your milk and honey, your new reality as you've addressed everything. All right, Scorpio, what a reading. You got some healing you're going to be doing. Stoked for you because it's going to be big things on the horizon. Oh my goodness. I pulled some affirmation cards for you. Actually, they just spilled right out. I'm recovering from my traumas. Beautiful. I'm protected as I do this. I am releasing negativity. Scorpio, I love you. I hope this reading resonates for you. Please let me know in the comments. I'm wishing you all the best coming into October and into this eclipse season and into your birthday months. All right, I love you.